Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another great episode of Shyt Talkin Time with your boy Grub. Not me, Wells. Time for us to do best. Let's talk this shit. Always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel as of now, please make sure you do. Please make sure you smash that like button. And as always, make sure you check out the sponsor. Uh, back in the flesh, back in the flesh. So, y'all know it got to be a reason. I don't come back in the flesh. I'll be trying to let the AI do its thing for you guys. I'm even starting to get a little better with pre-recording the actual episodes and just letting the AI do the visual. Some days I'll be under the weather. Some days I'll be a little busy. I haven't shared anything yet, but I also started back uploading to the other YouTube channel called Hip Hop Off Track. I always told you guys that I'm not really all indulged into the negativity, but I do a lot of positive stuff. Also, a lot of positive YouTube pages, not just all shooting my bang bang and talking about people's business. But if you want to know about the behind the scenes, aka all the rappers that are not just running around, doing nothing, they actually making business moves, using their name, building brands behind it. Shoot on over and check it out. It's called Hip Hop Off Track. Pretty good channel. I love it myself. I watch it daily myself because a lot of the stories I was using it narrated in the beginning, and now I'm starting to do the episodes myself. So pretty interesting. And then it's cool to find out a lot of the information when I'm doing my backstories. Doing my own research, I find out a lot of cool information about what these rappers are doing. Outside of what the public thinks they're really. But time for us to go to work. Got a few topics on the table today. Um, of course, I have to talk about boxing. Everybody that's seen the NBA trades going across, crazy, crazy NBA trades. Just really been a lot. It hasn't really been, thank God, nobody has died. Nobody has been severely hurt. No real beef has been escalated since then. So for me, it's pretty good to actually come back with no negativity. As far as, like I said, the only negative thing we got is a Lil Durk situation and probably most likely a Pooh Shiesty. If y'all seen in my last video, Big 30 has been released on probably home confinement, if I'm correct, awaiting trial. But since then, a cell phone video has released of Gucci inside the studio, pretty much saying that he dropped him. But I don't know if they're joking because, like I said, I can't see that well, but I don't know if they're joking. But they said it's a dude in the corner holding an AK on him. And it's like, okay, Pooh Shiesty, I have been one of the people from the very beginning, young man, who have been rooting for you, who have not wanted to say you were cooked because I always fight for the other side. But when you got people in your inner circle that's seasoning and turning the fire up and making sure that the water ready for you throw the noodle in it, I can't control that. And I can't keep turning a blind eye. I can go back to the street nigga side of me and say Gucci should have never told, he should have kept it out here. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like I gotta give you a dip for your stupidity and then the company you keep. And a lot of times that's why I tell these young boys, they be like, man, I'm a savage, I'm a savage. Niggas don't play with me. Bro, that's somebody playing with you. Because at the end of the day, that video, yes, it might have did up the fuck out your street cred, which buys you nothing out. But it upped your level of stupidity and it shows that you have no control over your game. So please, please, federal prosecutors, do not prosecute these niggas as no gang because they're not no gang. And if they are a gang or you think they are, he is not a fucking leader. Because in real gangs, niggas listen to the leader. In real gangs, they do anything they can to protect the leader. So please, federal people out there, if y'all ever see my videos, don't prosecute them people as no gang. Because they is too fucking stupid to be a gang. That's a bunch of envious ass niggas, not a gang. So please don't give them no more charges, man. Please, because that's not a gang. Like I just explained to y'all, heads of gangs are listened to. I don't see any listening now. And I highly doubt that he told them to put that video out on his behalf. So what can I say? What I can say that disgusted me about this whole entire situation is when I start looking at, even this pop and shit like that. I do remember saying this in another video. In the streets, you protect the bag. So to me, that shit should have been done without him. He should have been nowhere in the vicinity. Even if they lined Gucci up and said, fuck it, meet us at the studio, then he leave. He wasn't in the vicinity. He wasn't at Staples printing out none of this shit. And he wouldn't have been in the vicinity. That would have gave him an alibi and he would have been cool. But I don't know if it's realness or stupidity because I had times in life where I wanted to be real and I was. But I don't remember being that stupid. I do remember being reckless. I remember I used to be like, damn, man, I did that stupid shit. Them niggas gonna pick me up eventually. And then it's like you just sitting there waiting, like, all right, man, they gonna get me eventually. Then time roll around, time roll around. That's how it's supposed to be. That's because I probably did something to a nigga that was solid and he ain't gonna run into the cops. That situation, you see what happened. And I tell people, not to really throw anybody under the bus, but this is the bullshit I be saying. Because to me, even when they were saying the third party cooperations and shit like that that people be doing, now for me, like I said, I would have paid my team off. Wherever they lost, I would have cashed them out. No, I deal with this. See what I'm saying? But Gucci didn't handle it that way. And fast forward on, ain't nothing we can say or do. You can call him Patrick Davis and all this other shit, but it's still not gonna get that boy out of jail. It's still not gonna release them charges, and everything is still gonna go as according to how it is because that's what he wanted. I agree, like everybody else. I would have hired a lawyer and sued him, or I would have did like other cats. I would have just stopped rapping, or I would have made a new name, Shiesty, Shiesty 2.0. And I'm back out here. Pooh Shiesty is owned by them, not Shiesty 2.0. I think there's a lot of ways he probably could have did it other than the way he handled it. But I do tell people you cannot get upset because that's all he knows. He probably didn't even have a lawyer when he signed his deal, so why would he think they go hire him? Just think about stuff like that. These are people that just want to be on. They not thinking that's why they got picked. Yes, they were talented, but they had other shit with them too. Gullible, easy. They see where they can, stick the fork in them real quick. It is what it is. But on to the next topic. Let's go to his fellow brethren. We talk about Pooh. We might well go ahead and keep it on to get it back in blood. You know, is this man Durk? So little Durk. As people have known, I've mentioned in plenty of episodes that I wish they would sever the case because it gives everybody a chance to fight independently. As anybody have noticed, they have been fighting to sever the case quite some time, and that hasn't been getting severed. And I think I'm realizing the reason why. See, now co-defendants are, I think, cooperating, and in order for them to do their testimonies and things, they have to get them off those charges. See what I'm saying? Because everybody is cooked that has something to do with the Little Pie murder. There's nothing you can do about that. But if we got information on a bunch of other stuff, let's sever our cases so we could be charged. Because right now, if they're running what they call a bank's enterprise RICO, every crime that Little Durk committed is in that bank's RICO. So if they're considered as co-defendants on the bank's RICO, every crime is they automatically got something to do with. See what I'm saying? So that's the main reason why I think they allowed them to sever their case. They knew if they would have severed it back then, Durk would have got home on home confinement. It's just my opinion. Like I said, I read paperwork too. Very good at it. They got very good over the last few years. But I'm just saying, if they would have granted Durk the ability to sever his case months ago, he would have been home. Because it would have been nothing in federal law to hold him, not unless they made something up. Or you left the case the way that it was with all these guys, so that way it got the publicity and all the chum behind, oh, these guys, this guy's a millionaire, he's just gaining money and fame and killing people. It's better when you got a gang with you. So for him to just be Banks by himself, it's not entertaining. Then you got to do a lot harder to work. So what they did is they left that case together for them to build enough public publicity for them to educate the people who's probably going to be the 12 jurors, as y'all know. Jurors are not federal agents, they're regular people. They had enough time to take the public. So now they're going to let him sever his case because it don't matter. Everybody know that Lil Durk allegedly makes millions of dollars in rapping. He was one of the top rappers out right now, and he was using his money, wealth, and power to kill people. That's all they needed to see. And you got all this time for it to sink into people's brains. And now they're fine with letting it go. Go ahead and sever your cases. So now your code Ds can go ahead and get a testimonies. We can get them deals. And we can go ahead and bury them. Also, number two, they draining his funds. See what I'm saying? Our lawyers don't work on deals and package plans, motions, and each time we show up, and he got a team. Them niggas ain't showing up for no $400 or $500 or no 200, 300. I mean 2, 3 thousand. They showing up for 100K each time, probably six figures about. It's something like that. I said you looking at six figures each appearance. This is not like a little small, bullshit case. Me myself, I done had cases where they didn't told me like 5,000 up front, and that covered like two appearances. And if we go to trial, I got to give them more money. And I done heard that numerous around the time, like numerous. Shit, my last case was the same thing. They told me, you know, I had I had caught a DUI, but it wasn't a drinking DUI, it was a smoking DUI. But I really wasn't high. And then on top of that, they found some weed in the car that didn't belong to me. Wasn't on my side, wasn't in my belongings, had nothing to do with me. Me, my passenger had stopped and got some food, but that was back when I was in like my fitness bag. So I used to work out all the time. I actually just came from working out that morning. So I wasn't really hungry and they wanted some fast food. I was like, I'm cool. So when we got pulled over, you know, I had ended up getting a DUI because one, they found some weed in the car. And then when they took me to the roundhouse and took my blood, I had marijuana in my system. But fast forward on, the shit was a bot stop. See what I'm saying? I had issues with both of the other cops. They knew who I was out in the streets. Guess they thought they was gonna get a quick pullover. Oh, he probably dirty. Just so happened I wasn't dirty. My passenger was, but you know, so I rumbled that shit and I actually beat it. Because when I started going to see a lawyer, I think they was telling me like $7,500. I'm like, whoa, you serious for this bullshit? Oh, this is very serious. So you talking about 7,500? I ain't no money, I ain't. That's a couple dollars to me, but I end up beating it through motions. See what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys familiar. Any of y'all been locked up. Y'all all then had your lawyer file a motion to suppress, which is suppressing the evidence. So in Durk's situation, they would suppress a lot of the statements. They would suppress a lot of the evidence that was obtained incorrectly. It just so happened my whole stop was obtained. It was incorrect all the way through. I mean, I ain't gonna waste the time to tell y'all the whole story, but it was a bot stop. Like I said, I'm explaining how it is. Two cops. They knew I was doing my thing out there. Both of them knew me very well. They pulled me over plenty of times, never caught me with nothing. I guess they said fuck it. See what I'm saying? And this particular day, I fucked up because cops are never, very rarely. A lot of cops pull me over as one cop. Sometimes it's a partner. This day, I got pulled over by two asshole cops that I had previous history. Just wasn't my day. That's why I told my pastor. I said, I was a little upset after the effects, but like I told him in the back of the car, oh no, nah, bro, you good. They want me. Even if, it was what it was. And like when that cop turned around and he told the nigga, he said, listen, we don't give a fuck what you're talking about. If we found a gun in the car, that shit was his. Whatever we found on you, that shit was his. It is. Like they wanted me that bad. So, you know, when I went and started seeking for trying to hire a lawyer, that's when I'm like, whoa, 7,500 for this. And then I had a buddy of mine he had the same situation. But with him, he had took the deal or whatever. I didn't take no deal. Because the deal that they was trying to give me was I would lose my license for a period of time. You get points on your shit, which gonna make your insurance go up. I gotta go to drug treatment program like some type of addict. I'm like, no, So me and my lawyer run, and we end up winning because I won the motion to suppress. So by me winning the motion to suppress, that threw out my blood and the marijuana that they got out the car because they obtained it illegally. The cops botched the stop, and that's how they got me. Found the weed, and then y'all took me in custody on a bad Joan and took my blood. So really, if you think about it, if I was a dick, I should have been able to sue because they violated my rights both ways. Like I wasn't lying. You could have hooked me up to a polygraph and seen straight up. These cops literally be pulled. The cop was at the stop sign when I pulled up to him. I pulled up after him, told him to go ahead. They told me to go and then pulled me right over after he told me to go. But the reason why he stopped me was I ran the stop sign right in front of his face. So at that point in life, I had the nuts of King Kong, bro. I'm out here running stop signs dirty with fucking cops right there in front of my face. I'm that tough. That's why I say it didn't make sense. And then it's like I think about it now, like y'all illegally obtained, y'all inconvenienced me, had to go to, sit in jail for hours, come back and forth to court, gas time, lost my job because I had to keep going to court during the day, and they only want to hear, oh well, we gonna stick with you till the case is over. They weren't trying to hear that shit. They let me go after like the second time I said I couldn't come to work because of court. So I lost my job, all this, and then people wonder. And the reason why this story is very valuable because that officer knew I had a job. The company I worked for, the truck was parked in the corner of my house, by my house. So why would you want me to lose my job to put me back out here in the streets to do shit? So what you can catch me? You wanted me out here that bad that you lied on me and put charges on me and all that weird shit, bro. That's just how y'all gotta understand. So when these folks sit out here act like we the animals and we want to be the street people, no, bro. Think about the choices that put us out here. Think about that. Because at that time, I had a regular 9 to 5. See what I'm saying? But by him, he made me lose my job. It just so happened. I didn't end up back out here hustling, but I lost my job. What was I supposed to do? Now I'm gonna end up back in the streets. Now y'all see how people become repeat offenders. Sometimes it's not them, it's the situations and it's the piece of shit that they get dealt with. But back on topic. So to me, I think they're trying to drain his funds. I know y'all notice now how he's trying to move stuff around and make it like he's trying to get OTF back up and running, investing into this, investing into that. But I don't know if it's time, bro. And I mean, it's gonna get to a point where he gonna have to come across a road where he gonna have to say, either I'm gonna have to go broke or just cop out. Because at least your family, your kids can still have that multi-millionaire life, depending on how them lawsuits go with them kids, them niggas folks, which is some faggot shit too. We ain't even gonna get into that. That shit kind of corny. That shit rubbed me wrong a lot because all y'all kids was out here demons. So it's just like in a basketball league. So if all y'all kids playing basketball and that kid win the championship and your kid don't, you can sue him. Because this is how they looked at that street shit. Or everybody that's dead glorified that street shit. Everybody that's dead hung around with killers. Half of them niggas probably killed someone. But at the end of the day, these fucked up states, Illinois and all the rest of them, allow y'all people to sue. Allow these parents to sue. Why y'all not suing them for the damage that they kids did? They kids got criminal records. They kids done been in the shit. So where's the damage of that? Can King Von mom sue Little Tim's family or Little Tim? No, he can't. Nobody said nothing about none of that. That's why I be telling like it's just kind of fucked up. But the coming in to rap in this drill shit, this glorifying this gang shit and this killing shit, this is what you get. I'm sorry. And I mean, a lot of cats don't understand this is what you get because this is what you portray. And I mean, for me, myself, I always hope it's a brighter side, for cats. Lil Durk, I didn't listen to his music in the beginning, but he got me. And then I started to become a very big fan. I tell people everything I become a fan of disappears. TV shows, everything. And I mean, King Von, I didn't really even get a chance to listen to him until he died. See what I'm saying? Listen to him one time and then stop. FUB Duck. I listened to my nigga Ruger. Like for me, I'm not biased. I don't have a side. And no, just I listen to Durk don't mean I'm from their side. No, I listen to music. Plus also I'm an older nigga, so I know Kanye West came from Chicago, Twister came from Chicago, not just drill rappers. And probably Common. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's just I wish Chicago could just calm that shit down, man. Get y'all money, man. Cause all y'all doing, bro, is making these funeral homes rich. Sorry. I mean, all these people that died, a lot of the rappers outside of Chief Keef is all in jail or died. Like, how long do your whole scene think it's gonna last? Oh, my bad, G. You still hanging. Polo G and G Herb, bro. I fuck them both of them. But I just wish, shit could have played out a different way. I wish we still could have music from Vine. I wish, Duck would have had a chance to, have a career. Like it's just unfortunate, man, because we don't deal with that in the city of Philly. Even if it's beef, they gonna rap it out for the most part. Like you might get a little fist fight or something, but outside of that, man, we not really wiping no rappers out over bullshit. It's probably niggas that hear rap beefing and fucking these bitches and still ain't getting nobody. It's just, this present day is like everybody has to go a step farther than we did or the other old days. It's like just crazy. But man, I just had to get them things off my mind about them two big topics. Definitely thanks for checking in with me. I'm glad to be back in rare form live, you know. But at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna catch y'all in the very next episode. We'll break this down in part one and part two, but I knew they were gonna be kind of long. I got a few topics I want to do. So, I'll catch y'all in part two, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. Please make sure you smash that like button. Please don't forget to check out the sponsor, heartstripesclothing.com, and also check me out on my other YouTube channel, Hip Hop Off Track. And I'll see you guys in the next one.